Hey guys, Rick from Lifted Off-Road here, and I decided to make a video about replacing brake pads on a 2010 Mazda Miata. I'm doing the front right now. I may or may not show you the rear, but I'm only doing the one side just to give you an idea. So I don't know if this will quite qualify for the challenge that I'm participating in. Oh, excuse me. Nose itches. Because it's mostly about replacing the brake pads. It's not about me in front of the camera. If you're in the challenge, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, here it goes. Anyway, this is a 2010 Mazda Miata. And I am doing the brake pads. Let's see if it'll focus. 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 That's a little bit better. So, as we are right here, I'm on wide angle. Oh, let's see, where's it at? Oh, let me tell you where I'm at right now. My first step was to take this bolt out of the bottom piece right here, and that's the only bolt you need to replace so far. And I just took out that bolt. It wasn't on very tight. I have no idea what the torque setting is for it. Here, let me stop I'm still listening to an audio, motivating audio, instructional on how to market my business. But anyway, I digress. So you take out the one bolt, you swing out the caliper like so, and the pad, well, I am going to have to compress the piston. If you know anything about brakes, I'm going to have to compress the piston before I put it back together. But the pads just slip on to the bracket like that, and you put the thing back on. If I'm guessing, well, shit, the piston probably came out already a little bit because it's not going back on. So I'm gonna have to compress the piston a little bit to get that back in there. But anyway, so that's where I'm at right now. So right now I've got this little piece of wire hanger. I don't know where I got that, but a piece of wire. I'm gonna suspend it from somewhere, probably off the brake spring here. I'm gonna suspend it so that it holds it up. Shit, that might be why it wouldn't go back on. So it'll hold it up a little bit out of the way so I can change out the brake pads. See, now it goes right back on. Apparently that was the problem. So, but anyway, I'll still have to compress the piston once I get the new pads on because they'll be a lot thicker. So that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, I mean, so far we're on the front left side of my 2010 Miata, and I only had to take out one bolt. One bolt, lift that up, change the pads, put it back in, put the bolt back on, and there you have it. So, oh, excuse me, just burped. So let me get this camera set up in a better angle. I may or may not be able to get it in a decent angle. You can see my oil spot. I just changed the oil on it. The oil pan was just a little bit off. As soon as I took the bolt out, it just poured out all over the place. Hey, it happens. You can't always judge where the oil is gonna come out at when you take out that plug. But anyway, so let me position this camera somewhere, and hopefully I'll be able to get it somewhere where I can show you what's going on. I don't know what, I don't know exactly. Is that good? Is that good like that? I can't tell. Oh, my face is in the way. With the angle of this screen, I can't. Yeah, that might be decent. So, alright. Anyway, let's go. Oh, let's see, so we got, oh, there's two of them here. Did they both come off one side? Usually there's only one of them per side. I guess the other one fell off already. It looks like one for each side. I couldn't tell you which is which. This is actually the first time I've done brakes on a Miata such as this. Oh, let's see, let's take this out. Look at the pads. I mean, there's still a decent amount of material on that, which is kind of disappointing, but the brakes have been squeaking. These little clips I might be able to leave. Here, let me get in the car, unlock the steering so I can turn it out so I can see it better. I am close at this proximity key. Which way do I want to turn it? I want to turn it this way. There we go. All right. Now we be in business. Let's see. So, and oh crap. Oh, okay. Wait. This is like that. Has a little slider piston on here. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can't get my little wire hook here, stick that on the hole. See if I can't lift it up just enough. I don't want to do it too rough because you got the brake line here. You don't want to screw up the brake line. So let's see. I have to be kind of careful about the brake line. Wrap this around the coil spring a little bit, maybe a little bit more than that. Alright, so there's that, and let me do one more better. I'm gonna switch seats. Okay, there we go. Get a lower view. And my light. Yeah, this brake pad looks still pretty good too. I don't know what. This light kind of sucks. Okay, so pull that out. I'm looking for the wear indicator. If that's it, well, you can see these little clips right there. I'm wondering if that might be the wear indicator. Right, because there's still a decent amount of material left on these pads. I'm wondering why it was squeaking so bad. If that's the wear indicator, then there's still a lot of life left on these pads. I don't know. Makes me wonder. The wear indicator is on the back side. That's something you gotta keep in mind. But yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of life left on these pads. Not exactly sure why it was squeaking so bad, unless the color of these is an indicator. I mean, this is still kind of bare metal looking. You can tell that was on the piston side. and this one is a lot blacker. So that's something else to keep an eye on, to see how these two are different. This one, the bare metal, was on the piston side. It has this little clip thingy on this side here. This one does not. Other than that, well, no, this one also has these little clip thingies on the sides of that one. And again, this one does not have that. So it's hard to tell. I would hate to get these pads back on. Yeah, I'm not doing that by hand. I'm gonna have to get a vise or something. Have to get a vise to push that piston back in. The brake fluid is still good. I'm not worried about bleeding the brakes. So when I push the piston back in, the brake fluid is gonna go back into the line and fill up the reservoir some more. If you haven't done your brakes in a long time, and if you notice in your brake fluid reservoir that the brake fluid itself is like really dark, then you definitely ought to think about replacing or flushing the brakes, flushing the brake system. Because once it gets dark like that, it's pretty much burnt and it starts absorbing water, and you're better off just flushing the system. But the brakes on this car are still pretty good. The pedal's still nice and solid, so I'm not worried about bleeding it or flushing the fluid. I just need to press this piston back in. Somehow that plier is not going to do it. I got brake pads around here somewhere. Oh, I can't reach them. Oh, there we go. Oh, darn it, darn creeper. The floor in my shop is terrible. Got holes and stuff all over the place. Let's see, let's open this up. These have got to be the rear brakes. These are way too small. The rear brakes on a four-wheel disc brake system, the pads are usually smaller. Here we go. We got your bag of new parts, new clips and whatnot. I don't know. It's probably a good idea to replace all those, but I'm not sure if I'm going to. Anyway, we got our pads here. It didn't come with any. There's no like brake grease stuff. It didn't come with these metal plates, as far as I can tell. Oh wait, there they are. Yeah, it's got the plates on them. They're just embedded into the new pads. Let me try to get this open. Rip this plastic open. Okay, so looks like we got the new ones. So there we go. I don't know. These both look identical. Maybe both of these are for the one thing. Year 3 CI 517 A14. Yeah, these both look identical. Maybe they didn't package these as I expected. Ah, what do you know? These look identical too. All the numbers look like they're the same. 517A 2014, year 3 C1. They all pretty much look identical. I don't see any differences at all in these four pads. Yep. And these are the new ceramic. I got these in Napa, the ceramic brake pads. But yeah, I mean, they all look identical. They got the same numbers on them. I don't see any differences at all. So based on that, I'm guessing it don't matter which ones go where. None of them have the wear indicators on them that the other ones do. Is that because I didn't install them yet? Probably. They need to be installed. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So, maybe I will open up this bag. Now, let's see if I can't make a mess. Okay, so we got these. Wow. Okay. Those and those. And those look the same. This one looks the same as that. This one is the same as that. I have to organize these little pieces. Those all look the same. And there you have it. So that makes me wonder. So the new brake kit only came with 2 of these little clips, which tells me one goes on each side of the car, whereas the brake pad that I just took off, it has those clips on both sides of one pad, which makes it seem that you would have 2 of them on each side. So makes me wonder. I'm guessing. Alright, so how do these go on here? That goes there. No, this one goes here. Wear indicator. Oh, that. If that is the wear indicator, which I'm guessing it is, it's a lot deeper. No, they're about the same. This one's scrunched up a little bit more. The old one's scrunched up a little bit more than the new one is. But they're both about the same. So typically with the wear indicators, they work best if you put them on the right side or the right end of the pad. So if the wheel's spinning this way, you want the wear indicator to be on the bottom, I believe, because as the pad wears down, the rotor scrapes against that little metal piece right there, and it makes it chirp, or it makes it squeal, and that's what tells you that you need to start looking at changing your brakes. So if it's going that way, squeaking, or honestly, I can't remember. I can't remember which way it's supposed to go. If the wear indicator is supposed to be on the top, so the wheel, okay, well the wheel's spinning this way. If you stick it on the top, ideally, you stick it on the top, on the back side, the rotor is spinning this way, it scrapes against that, and it makes a noise. Or if you stick it on the bottom, the wheel's spinning this way and it scrapes up against the thing. Honestly, I can't remember how that's supposed to go. Oh, I'm about to hit 20 minutes, so the camera's gonna shut off here pretty soon. Too bad. I wish they gave me 4 of these and not just 2, because then that would make it so much easier. So I'm going to go on the bottom. If this goes on the back side, the wheel's usually spinning this way. I'm going to stick this wear indicator on the bottom so that it scrapes against that, making a noise. No. On second thought, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the top.